Well, the American Dream is a positive show. It goes against the grain of the negative media by showing you the best of our marketplaces, the neighborhoods, the culture, the cities, and the real estate through the best real estate teams. And today I'm really excited to sit down with who've become good friends of ours on the show, Juliette and Derek Kulda. Great to have you on the show, guys. Let's get to know the two of you. And I want to share with our audience, you're a married couple and you've got a family business. So tell us a little bit about where you're from and how that thing came together. I guess I'll start with you, Juliette.
Yeah, so I was born and raised in Peoria, Illinois, big family, one of 9 kids. And what's interesting, Craig, is I was raised in family businesses. My parents had businesses from, teenage discos or nightclubs, go-kart, Christmas tree farms, and eventually they ended up in restaurants. They have a chain of fast food Italian restaurants. And at 10 years old, I was working behind the counter. And then at the age of 18, I was actually had the opportunity to manage one of the restaurants. So it was really neat to be raised there in a family of, businesses. And then as I ended up going to college, went to Thomas Aquinas College, which is in Southern California. And oddly enough, I met Derek's brother, who was going to school there. And my brother, Richard, was going to school at University of San Francisco, where Derek was in college. So that's how we met. And then we got married in 1992.
Well, you and I have some commonality. First of all, that entrepreneurial spirit. But I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri, so also Midwest. And my dad had a cafeteria in St. Louis, Missouri. So I came from that restaurant background as well. That's a tough industry. But real estate obviously has its own opportunities. So you shifted into this thing now and have become an award-winning professional up there. Derek, let's get a little bit of your backstory.
Yeah, I also come from a big family down in Orange County. My dad was an engineer down there. My mom was a ballerina, and they had 8 children. I'm the youngest of their 8 kids. And we grew up in a family of mostly engineers and builders because we were in Orange County at a time when they were really growing. There's a big construction boom down there, which I think really led to the real estate business that we're in today. And then Juliette mentioned how we met up in college. I had come up to San Francisco to go to USF, and there I met her brother. And it was interesting because I had this silly idea that I couldn't look at my buddy's sisters.
Until he saw me, and then
thankfully Providence had a better plan, and we did fall in love and had a huge, awesome wedding. And one thing I just want to say is that Juliette and I, we are both really aligned on our values and in our mindset, how we think big. So if we're gonna have a party, we have a big party. If we're gonna have a family, we have a big family. If we're gonna build a business, why not grow a huge business? So here we are 28 years later after being married, and we have a big family and a growing big business, and we want to make it
Very
bigger.
cool. Go big or go home. I heard between the two of you, I think I heard ballerina, go-karts, Christmas tree, restaurants, real estate. So diverse background that brought you guys together. So let's talk about that big business if we could. Let's switch gears and go from family to what you guys are doing in the real estate business. Tell us a little bit about your practice.
I guess I'll start. I came up in San Francisco in 1991. I started doing construction up in the San Francisco Bay Area while I was up at USF. And I think what happened there, growing up in the family I did in Orange County, I knew a lot more about building and engineering and design than most people at my young age. That led to a couple of my brothers coming up joining me. Juliette and I got married, and we built several commercial buildings, several brand new residential homes. And Juliette, the kids were rolling in, and we were having a great time. Yeah, I guess having a baby every 2 or 3 years, just she needed more to do. So she really got involved in the businesses, finding lots, negotiating deals directly with lot owners, getting permits, getting designs, picking out finishes, and she just started taking much more of a proactive and leading role in her businesses.
Very cool. Well, Juliette, tell me a little bit about your guys' team. I mean, you guys are doing this interview from your office. You guys are with Keller Williams, but tell us about your agents, your team, your structure there.
So just a little bit back up from there. In the early years of 2000, we built our first home and then sold our first spec house. And that's when I ended up getting my real estate license. And then about into 2014, joined Keller Williams Realty, which then at that time, Craig, it was just me and one assistant. And in the last 6 years, our team has grown from the 2 of us to now we have 13 members and growing.
Awesome.
So, here at the office, we're now 13 members. And, and as you know, we have a large family. There's 10 children that we have, and the older two actually work here in the office. So there's kind of some interesting overlap with how we run our families and team. But yeah, it's been very exciting as we're growing our team and following a Keller Williams model. And basically there's an interdependence between everybody. So I used to be an individual agent, and it wasn't easy to always be the one that's the best at marketing and the best at keeping up on the legal paperwork and the transaction coordinating. And then we're out showing property at a drop of a dime. And then we're doing listings and flyers and whatever, all of that stuff. So what we have done in our team is we have divided all the different elements of a real estate agent and have experts in each field. So our transaction coordinators, that's their one thing, they're keeping us on track for on-time closings and being proactive in everything that's needed in paperwork. And then you have people out in sales and the buyer agents keeping up on the market and what the new inventory is. And so you can kind of see how it flows from there, where together we can do more for our clients.
Well, you guys are doing a great job of it. You are proverbial top producers in that market. The reason we wanted to align this show with you is you got a great story, you're great people, great professionals. And so when we bring the American dream of homeownership to the Bay Area, which is where you specialize, nobody better to do it through than you guys are out there in the community. Before I let you go here today, what areas do you cover? Because when we say Bay Area, that's a big area. So what specific areas do you guys consider your niche? Are you broad? For anyone who might be buying or selling, it's probably good that they know that.
So our main office is in Burlingame, which is centrally located on the San Francisco Peninsula. Our headquarters are here in Half Moon Bay, which is a small little quaint seaside town. It's really been wonderful raising our family here because it's just a really great community. And initially when we were starting our business here, it's just very organic, big family in a small town. And this is the kind of place where half of the town is in the town parade kind of thing. So we've really enjoyed being able to be in Half Moon Bay, but yet we are centrally located also to 3 major areas. So we're within approximately 30 miles of the Golden Gate Bridge, the Oakland Airport, and Silicon Valley. So this has been an incredible place for us as we grow a real estate team.
Very cool. Well, thank you both of you for sitting down with us, sharing us a little bit about your backstory. It's an incredible story. We're really excited to partner with you on this show to bring this great message to all of the Bay Area, to help people with their American dream of homeownership, and also see why these areas are just so incredible. You guys cover a lot of ground, do a lot of business out there. So thank you so much for representing our show, letting our show represent you. Thank you, Derek and Juliette, for coming on today.
Thank you for having us.
My
Enjoyed it.
pleasure.
Looking forward to it.
We got a fun season coming up with you guys showing us all around town. More of the American Dream coming up next.